Hi Pre-Calc. I'm going to help you with your homework. This is section 1.8, number 33. These are composites. This is where you shove a function into a function. Remember, the one on the right always goes in the one on the left. I tend to rewrite this first like this to show you that G goes inside of F. Okay, so F is the outside. So for the F function, what you want to do is where the X is in the F function, that's where you're going to plug in the G. Okay, so meaning that the G function goes in where the X is. So when we say G goes into F, you're going to put G into F where the X is. So that's what I'm going to do now. So this is me putting the G into the X. All right, and then you have to simplify it. So right now what I have is x cubed plus 1 minus 1 when I take the box out. So the plus 1 and the minus 1 cancel. And the cube root of x cubed is x. So this is the final answer. All right, now we're going to go the other way. You're going to be sticking F into G. So now all of F is going to go into G, but it goes in where the X is, okay? It goes in where the X is. So G is the outside, or the thing that's getting stuffed. So the thing that's getting stuffed is something cubed plus 1. You're going to take this function and stick it where the X was. Okay, so this is the F. This is what's going into G. So that's the cube root of X minus 1. Let me just take off the box, okay? So it's a little easier for people to see. All right, so if you cube a cube root, they cancel because they're opposite. So that leaves you with X minus 1 plus 1. So this and this is opposites. They cancel each other. And then the minus 1 plus 1 cancel, so you're left with X. And if you recall, this is how you prove something is inverses. Because if two functions are inverses, if you take their composite, they give you an X. All right, now here we're sticking G into G. So if I look at the G function, for the outer layer, again, it's something cubed plus 1. That would be the outer layer. G is going to go into G. If you want to write this fancier, it would look like this. Sorry, if you want to take it out of this form, it would look like this. So we're going to stick G into G where the X is. So this is me sticking G into G. I don't know. They might have simplified this. They might have simplified this. There's actually a formula to do this. You could FOIL this all out, or you could do with the formula. I'm trying to guess how you guys did it. You guys might have FOILed it out. Okay, so I'm going to do the first two, and then I'll throw in the last one. Okay, so if I FOIL this out, this times this is x to the 6th. This times this is x to the 3rd. You can use a formula if you prefer. This is x to the 3rd. This is plus 1. I haven't yet multiplied it times x cubed plus 1. Plus 1, I'm going to run out of room. You can add these two together. Okay, so if I add these two together, okay, so I'm just cubing this. I'm still working on this. This times this, so when you multiply, you add, so that's x to the 9th. Again, when you multiply, you add. 3 and 3 is 6. And then I got to multiply the 1 times everything. Okay, so these two are like terms. These two are like terms. And then you just happen to be able to add these. So if you use the formula, you would first get this. If you use the formula, this would be off of the formula. And then at the very end, you have to add the extra 1. Which would add to 2. Gang, I just want to remind you that on the test, I'm probably going to give you a question. So this is extra. I'm probably just going to give you a question where you have to stuff in a number. So remember, you could take the composite first. You could take the composite first, or you could stuff the number first. So for instance, let me just write what G is over here so we don't have to look all over the place. So if you just do it sequentially, you would first find G of 1. So G of 1 would be 1 cubed plus 1, which would be 1 plus 1, which is 2. So the inside of this part here equals to 2. And then I would take that and I would shove it into G again. So it would be 2 cubed plus 1, which would be 8 plus 1, which would be 9. Okay, so this final answer here would be 9. So remember, sometimes you're just manipulating variables, just equations, and sometimes you're actually plugging and chugging out numbers. Okay, so just watch that little piece there. Okay, gang, I hope this was helpful. I'll try to do some more stuff, more homework to help you. All right, bye-bye.